Hello and welcome. Right, I've got some new recording software. It's an old friend that you had a long while back. I had a bit of a spate of trouble when I think it went from FS19 to FS22, and I'd stopped using it for a while. Well, I thought I was looking at some of the things about it, and I thought, yeah, let's talk. And the other thing I've got to say, I thought that this had improved. It is so noisy still. I honestly thought there's a couple of... I haven't turned my volume up at all, and yet for some reason it's really noisy. I noticed in yesterday's session whereabouts are we going? No, it's over there, isn't it? Let's jump in it. Yeah, the storyline isn't finished either. It's just that this does actually make sense that right, let's stick this in as well while we're doing this. I want to get the fertilising done in before we move on. Oh, and remember last time, if you do it's fall too tight, you're going to hit that, and then it's not going to. Yeah, you've got to go round, and then you've got to really back up. It's plenty of practice for me doing this, that is a nice thing to actually have to do anyway. Although there's a lot of faffing around, because it's so easy to lose it. You sort of partially lose it, and also I have not gone far enough. Yeah, I will be... Normal Let's Plays will be resuming soon. It is amazing how much traction I've got on this with concentrating on a Let's Play. It is quite amazing how I've thoroughly enjoyed that particular side of things, and we need to turn it back a little bit, or we're going to go into the Overtimer. Yeah, I've definitely improved at this. I don't mean the prideful before a fall and that, as the old saying goes, but also, yeah, we're going to hit that, I think. Yeah, we are, definitely. And that's what I say. The second you try and say something is, of course, when it is nasty to turn though, something this big. I think we're still going to hit it. Yeah, but you know, seriously, this must be an easy angle for us to attack this with, really. I love the fact we've got the RQ sound, and we quite enjoy it. You say that it's a monster, really. It is a bit of a struggle. I know we didn't want to. This will be alright when it's fully upgraded. Obviously, it's sort of 350 horsepower. We could sort of afford it now, but then in another way, I really don't want to spend 50,000 right now. I'm not going to be buying too many more fields, but no, I still don't think we're going to do it. I still don't think we're quite going to do it. It's the pipe. It really is. There's only one option, that is to reverse. We did sort of hit the sweet spots very briefly on one of the sessions where you just clip the end when you do this, but it's a bit of a long shot. It's not something I enjoy doing, really. Yeah, got to really come in quite heavily to make the front ends go in. Yeah, we're well out, really. Yeah. This is where we're making a right pig's ear of things after saying, well, this is true, isn't it, that old saying? Well, I do know that I have improved. I wasn't really trying to brag, really, just to sort of say that I have definitely. I feel quite confident, more confident than I used to do with doing this. I used to absolutely hate doing this with a vengeance. I still need to go around more. That's almost right. It's not quite what it is, actually. Right, okay, so we can do it. Now then, if we let go of that should still unload, and that should be enough now to actually do that. And yeah, there is a bit of clean. I did say that. Did I take the... No, I've still got the... Yeah, it is true. This is still noisy. It was only last session when I really was in this a lot, and I thought, it is as noisy as it ever was. I don't know why it didn't that's what I finished. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't. I think I was a bit high or something, almost under time lapses, because when I played it back it was alright, but that is so noisy. It is. It really does sort of compete with lower heat, as I say. Yes, I'm not sure whether this will unfortunately last, because this is what I found last time. It was just that you can't hear yourself think. It overpowers the chatting. It sort of just just on that limit. It's such a shame. Honestly, I've got to say this, is my very, very favourite starting tractor, as I sort of said a few sessions ago, because it's such a cracking all-rounder. There are very few tractors that have got a front loader, agile, fast, all-in-one. There's most have either not got a front loader, or they've got a 3-point at the front, or they've not got a 3-point at the front. And you know what I mean? There's nothing that's got a front and back 3-point link and the front loader that's in that sort of thing that I can think of. This is powerful. It's 180 horsepower. It's a really good sort of high-low. You know what I mean? It's a small tractor. Well, actually, it's a medium tractor. Just, but that's the other thing. It's also its weight. I also said that if you're doing the fertiliser things, it's actually quite capable of the weight sort of wise of being everything you need it to be. But that was a bit of a patch of grass that we get done. Got one more. That's what I meant to do actually. Fold that away. Yes, it is a shame. I really seriously thought that they'd actually sort of quieted it down. But now, yesterday's session when I was listening to it, I thought, that is just as noisy as it ever was, really. I think I'm probably right. Right, anyway, we want to get the fertiliser. And I am right. I don't know why on earth I've done the... Yeah, I've also got to grab the bits and bobs, because it is true, I can't... whereabouts is the fertiliser? The fertiliser one is the red one. Yeah, we've got fertiliser in this wet. It is true, I don't know why, whatever possessed me to do that. You don't need fertiliser in that front box. It's more than enough in the back. I mean, I've got to be honest though, the line is super duper. I'm well impressed. Yeah, I'm staying out because it's a little bit quieter, that's all. Get the fertiliser done as well. Do we set this with a worker and then we can actually, that is not a bad idea. Yeah, I'm wanting to get so this is probably going to be one of the last jobs that we do, the last sessions that we do. No, it's just going to be one. It's not quite a 42 metre, but it's still fantastic. So it is field 5 and save, activate 36 metres and first go. Yeah, so we need to grab that adapter from down the shop, and then we can literally, now then, I've got those bales going to get in the way. Shouldn't do an awful lot. Yeah, so the water that's in there now should actually just be slightly more than we need, truthfully. Let's get those 2 bales in. We're not just be missing, that's another 12 tons. I think these are 6 or 6.5 or something. I think it's 6, if I remember rightly. But yeah, I want to get this fertilised and lined, and then we're going to go through till June morning. We did check the sales, but no, it won't have dropped. It's just really for a reminder for myself. Oh, is that not typical? Is that not typical? Oh, and we got a square baler as well. We've got a square baler. That's all that really matters. Yeah, he's definitely a cracking baler. So, yeah. What we got, you can't beat that. It is stupendously amazing. Right, let's just stick that up, and we really need to drop this down now, move that out of the way a little bit. Pull it straight towards the tap. We should be able to do what we did last time, which is to literally sort of go around it. I do like that forest floor thing. That is beautiful. It really is nice. All the sort of leaves. I know perhaps it's not supposed to be, but I think it's quite pretty. Right, let's stick those in, and then we'll get the fertilising done, and then we're going to literally go through. Yeah, I'm not going to buy too many more fields, but I do think I'm going to. Yeah, I just thought best thing is to do what we did in FS19, and it is true we could also convert them at the back end. So, and then obviously with the profits that we make, we can buy the farm. But I do think I'm right. Actually, it's not. Sometimes you've got to sort of push on and then do as much as you possibly can. And obviously, every field that we have got is. Yeah, so the storyline isn't finished either. Yeah, I'm going all over the place because there's an awful lot to sort of discuss. Yeah, like the normal resuming of the normal Let's Plays and all that type of stuff. So. So I mean, on OBS I tried to stop the recording, so you've just seen exactly what I just did. Yeah, so you've got the wrong name, and when you go into multiplayer you have to change it manually. So yeah, I'll cut this little bit out, so it's not right. So it should be about. There's a little patch in the middle. Let's take this. Yeah, it's more messy now than ever, really, with all that I've done. But then we've got a lot of equipment. We have done really well. We've got quite a bit. To be honest, we've got quite a few. Well, with obviously we bought that little one as well, the 15-tonner too. I suppose I could have persevered with it, but my point was, if you've got a piece of equipment that it will only work with 3 sets of trailers in the entire game, and you've got to work out what those ones are, it's a faulty piece of equipment. It is true, and it has been in quite a while now. Not ages. I usually would give a new mod about 6 months to settle down. Right, is there something else we can do? What I'd like to do is set this going down to the shop to grab. There's only 2 things. Do we need to at the minute? Are we really lost without the bale? I was going to say. I don't know that we're really that lost without it. Right, so we need 2 nitrogen. Yeah, we do need to do that. And then we are ready to rock and roll. Yeah, to push on, definitely. Yeah, I do love the. Obviously, I think you can see the overlay. I'm not sure if that is in the right-hand corner at the top. That is the recording overlay. I always did love that about Marilis. It's is really, you can see your voice, the volume, the sounds, and also the recording, and also everything, your memory, how long the sessions been the recording's been, all that type of stuff. It's quite good. I always did like that about it. Just to say, it went through a patch where it wasn't recording right at the beginning, so I was going to do, yeah, we will actually. Yes, because I am tempted to buy the metal fac. It's the new, like that the XL big bag lifter. It's also a crafty way if you're using. Obviously this will be a small amount that this is ejecting. It's only like 1,300. Ooh, what did I need to do then? But actually, yeah, that's another way we could also do it, and that is just to use the front box. Yeah, although we're not going to use all of that. In a couple of fields, if we use that, it's not really going to matter. Yeah, I really just need to use it for line. I really don't like that. So let's set the scale again. While this is doing this action, just set it going. Fantastic. Right, so we can just not. Is that in the way? No, not really. That's going to be perfect. So I think we're going to go through it now. Then just check before we do anything that we've done all the productions correctly. And no, that's not productions. We've now got 2 of those. So silage digestate. That's the empty one. That's the first one. And this one is now blue, so it's active. And we should have 181 tons of grass. Oh, of course, we just put a little bit more. And we should need, if it's 90 tons of water, but 118. So we're done for that. It's not going to run out. Now the digestate, we need to tell. Yeah, that's true. We've not told the digestate to go from this one. That one needs to do the distributing to the make the things. Let's just check that our yeah, the mini BGA will get silage, and the solid fertiliser has got some. If you remember rightly, there was quite a lot of digestate for some reason. It's like the digestates. That is gonna produce quite a lot of fertiliser over the day. It really is. We made some seeds as well for the back end, but I do think we need to buy another set of wheat as well. But for now, we are going to go sleep through till the morning. 8 o'clock still, yes. Yeah, I think personally it's one of the biggest ways to get traction in a Let's Play is to go grass, 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 grass. And the fact that Oxygen David has got all of the fields as grass and you can convert them, that is fantastic. Right, ooh, yeah, now that doesn't surprise me. That's about right. 3,000 property income from our holiday let as well, which is amazing. Let's have a look and see what is... What is that then? Oh, right. Now it makes a bit more sense. So you can just have it as like a... Is that just like a 3-point then? You could have a... No, it is only for that, isn't it, really? Yeah. It's of no use to us, truthfully. So then, it's only June. What are we going to buy? Yeah, again, I do think we... have we got any left? We have got... Oh, why is the digestate not... Why is that still stuck at 76 tonnes? Or is it that it pushes it across in one lump, as I said? Because that has actually, obviously, I think it's pushed all of that. So what we're looking for really is to see, is the other one, it should be 240 tonnes, should be... Huh? It was probably that there was too much going into the... Of course, it's got a 100-ton limit. Yeah, I'm not seeing this. Oh, it hasn't. No, that's the Omatana. The production shed. That's the limit. It can only take so much. That's why it's got 80 tons in it. Yeah, it would have got up to more than 100 tons. So it would have processed that, and then because it almost classes it as one segment of time. This is one thing I did work out a while back. And because of that, if we sped through the day now, in fact we are going to in a way, we could, what field are we going to buy first? And that is the question I'm going to ask myself. Well, in fact you could almost afford 2. I think, what are we going to go for? That was 400 and something. I am tempted to... Let's go and have a look at that. Let's grab the tractor, let's have a look at field 6. And what I want to know is, are the collisions on the telegraph poles? That is the question I'm really wanting to know the answer to. And we go across the bridge, and field 6 is straight across from us. Yeah, I know, and I apologise for this, the lack of realism, but the only way you can find out is if you literally go through or you don't go through it. We shall gingerly sideswipe it. We're not going to literally go full pelt. Sharon has finished her task. Excellent. Now then, are we going to have to go into island mode? We are indeed. It is real. Okay. Do I want to buy field 6 then? Do we give ourselves an additional... We could go for a field without them. It would be an awful lot easier. There's field 8 right next door. Do we get into field... And there's field 4, which actually leads off from field 5. So I think, actually, we're going to go for that. Brilliant. Excellent. Right, so what we're going to do is, this session is we're going to get cracking. Yeah, I'll give it a miss. Why would I give myself that? It is a fantastic field and it will produce an awful lot. I suppose, is it worth... Probably is, actually, thinking about it. Yeah. Where did I stick the... Here. Right, let's grab this, and we should set this going on the new field, and then we're going to inspect. We are really using the wrong tractor loaders. It's a shame about the yeah, almost tempted to. Yeah, and I suppose that was it. The torpedo that I always want to call the rocket is another cracking tractor. But again, it can't have a front loader, and it hasn't really got a 3-point link. Now, you can use the Pepe, and it can have a front 3-point link, and that is obviously good. No, I know what we're doing. Let's do this with this. No, because it's ultimate, because that seems so indecisive. It's not indecision, it's that sometimes you realise your decision was poor. In other words, this is a big field, and it needs us to set this going now. I do love that third cell as well. It's beautiful. Right, so we want to create a new folder. And we want to call it field 4. And we want to set this going, and we really still have not got more than 2 sets. We're up more than 1 set even, have we? Or is that? No, it isn't. I didn't buy that. I did discuss it, I'm sure I did, but then I didn't actually do it. I don't think I bought a second set. I did sort of threaten it, and then I think literally we had all that trouble with the oh, that's too much. Yeah, now that's more like it. 4, save course, activate 7 meters, and go. Fantastic. Trip the hedge. Even though that was a little bit unnecessary. Now, are we going to do another Omatala in that field, or are we going to leave it? We're not that far from the other one. I know I said about doing that, and it's not a bad idea, but yeah, there are. Oh, I left quite a bit here. I could have got another bale out of that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of it. This is first growth stage, so that means that one should be second growth stage. And that's the other beauty of doing this, which also means we didn't do too long up. I think we did, which means the one just up here, the little one, bridge, that one should be in second growth stage now, but so should the other one. So these ones are going to need leaving 1 more month. Yeah, that is definitely second growth stage. It is. So that means the other one is 2, I think. But I'm going to check. No, you're not going to make that. Even though it's only a slurry runoff, you could actually go in there. Let's not do it. Yeah, now, I've got to be honest, it doesn't sound that bad here. It's when you like play it back that it sounds, to me that doesn't sound too noisy, but when you go in editing, it's got a real quite guttural sort of noise going on that really does, you really can hear it. Yeah, second growth stage. So I did those 2 at the same time. Right, fantastic. So that needs to be going. We've got to just do that one. We really did not lose very much. Now, one thing we do need to do before we do anything is we need to be actually doing the field. I don't understand what it is about why it sometimes can cost you like £100, euros or dollars per scan, and then other times you get a bill for 2,000 and something. I don't get it. It's almost like it charges you to scan your entire. I wonder if it's when you scan another field and you get half of the field done, whether it charges you for sort of like scanning an entire field. And sometimes because there are a lot of mechanics that aren't right. There really aren't. It seems to be getting worse. I mean, Giants are sort of like releasing more and more content, and we've got like massive things all being released. And I was seeing it on Steam earlier that there's another thing being released by Giants is going to cost us so much, and I'm thinking, shouldn't you fix the game really before you do that type of thing? Yeah, I'm wondering if it charges you for the entire field when you scan over. That's the only thing I can think I've never thought of before, is the fact that, yeah, when you scan a massive chunk of this, I was trying to do that, it charged me thousands. Whether it's something to do with that, it should. If we're looking, almost, we push that away. Got to get that. So that's 1. Now this is the field with it was was that, I think, that got me more than anything, that made me think that this was special, because you can go through the back of it. I don't get it. Sort of, other than, I mean, you can build on it, but then you're sort of defeating realism if you were going to like go through the hedge all the time on the back of that. So I don't know. I'm a bit. But this is not going to cost us thousands this time. Shouldn't take too long either. See, there's no rhyme or reason. That was exactly the same amount of things. The only thing I'm going to say that was different is we didn't really overlap on the fields. And I'm wondering if that is what it is, whether it sort of makes a mistake and charges you for an entire field. You know, you can pay for a scan of an entire field. The only thing I can think is that I have done that a couple of times is I did it on Maypole for one field where I literally, I think I did but I can't remember that one charging me a fortune, really. Right, so then we need to go in the windrower. I think we're going to time out this because it's the beast is really, there's quite a lot of work to do. So I think I'm going to say my words. Yeah, I am going to see you guys again on the other side. I'd really like to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I want to say goodbye for now.